And bonjour. This is Bruno LARVOL. I'm here with Shweta Agrawal, and we have a weekly podcast today. Thank you for joining. We call it LARVOL CLIN Build in Public because we like to share and demo our product as we build it and both get your questions, comments, and feedback. LARVOL CLIN, think about it as a Wikipedia, Wikidata, or a Google map of cancer data, especially clinical cancer data, especially outcome cancer data. And today, Shweta is going to walk us through an important part of LARVOL CLIN, which is the drug and pipeline features of the product, of the platform. Before I pass the microphone to her, I want to tell the whole audience that if you have questions, please don't hesitate, ask them live. And we love interaction, we love questions. And also, if you are interested in receiving a more extensive demo or even to pilot the platform, drop us a note. Shweta, welcome again to the podcast. We love having you. And just one more comment. Shweta is actually one of the key people who built and maintain CLIN. So welcome to the podcast.
Sure. Thank you, Bruno. Hi, everybody. Okay. So at LARVOL, we maintain a strong and highly curated database of drugs and pipelines. And in CLIN, we have integrated all the cancer clinical drugs under the tab drugs. We can reach this tab on the CLIN platform and start searching for any drug of our interest. Today, I will take some ADC drugs, CAR-T drugs, and bispecific drugs for demo. I will start with an ADC drug. Let's say Blenrep. So this drug was in recently in news and has interesting history also. As soon as we click on the drug name, we reach the drug 360 page. This is a BCMA targeted antibody drug conjugate. On the landing page, we have the analytics. The first tab of the analytics is the top diseases for which this drug is in clinical trials or approved for. We can see more analytics as we drill down further. We will see the top trials for the drugs. We can click on any of these bars and see the reactions for the trial from different oncologists and DOLs like this. We can further drill down. We can see the sentiments from all the DOLs or oncologists who have commented on this trial and this drug. In a previous podcast, we have already explained how these sentiment ratings are generated. We can see this timeline also. Like in this timeline, we can see the maximum reactions coming in July 2025. Probably it was the period when this drug received was in news due to the ODAC meeting and the negative votes. And maybe in June 2024, this drug was in news due to, I think it got approval in China, Canada, and UK. Let's go back. Yeah, let's come to the next tab. That is the top trials for this drug. At the top, we can see all the important trials of this drug. So currently, this drug was filed, BLA was resubmitted based on the trial DREAM 7 and DREAM 8. And in July, we had the ODAC committee meeting where it received negative voting. because the benefit risk profile was not favorable, and FDA had rescheduled the PDUFA date in October. We can see all these details under milestones tab. Then we have the DREAM3 trial. Earlier in 2022, this drug was withdrawn based on this DREAM3 trial because it failed to reach the primary endpoint. When we reach to the publication page, publication tab, we can see all the publications for this drug. All the publications are arranged in reverse chronological order. So at the top, we will see the 2025 FDA news. Yeah, so this is the recent news where the PDUFA date was extended till to 23rd October. And as we go down, we can see all the publications for this drug. Then we have the Twitter reactions. The comments from oncologists for this drug related based on all the trials. We can see the ODAC voting, sentiments received on the ODAC voting. We go to milestones tab. We can see all the upcoming milestones for this drug. So the top two are the PDUFA date based on DREAM7 and DREAM8 trials. Then approvals, EMA approvals, China approvals, all the upcoming milestones we can see. Let's pick another drug. Let's take another ADC drug, Dactrovay. So this is ADC drug targeting TROP2. It is co-developed by Daiichi Sankyo and AstraZeneca. The first page shows the various indications or cancer areas where this drug is being in clinical trials. Now coming to trials tab, we can see all the top trials for this drug. So this drug was in news in 2025 because it received 2 FDA approvals based on TROPION-Lung01 trials. We see at the top, and TROPION-Breast01 trial. We can click on the trials, and we reach to the trial 360 page. Here we can see all the information for this trial. So as I just mentioned, this drug got approval in second line EGFR mutated NSCLC based on this trial in June 2025. So we can see all the milestones for this trial. Again, the publication tab, Twitter reactions, milestones, all the upcoming milestones for this drug. We can see all the nicely arranged milestones for this drug based on different trials. Let's jump to the third drug. Let's take Imdeltra. So this is a bispecific antibody targeting DLL3 and CD3. Again, the trial analytics, the various indications which the drug is in trials. Then let's go to trials tab. So this drug was in news for its positive data for Delphi 304 trial. Let's click on this trial. Yeah, so this drug was recently in news for practice changing data release. where it reduces the risk of death by 40% in small cell lung cancer patients. We can see that publication on the publication tab. We can jump to timelines tab. This data release and other information we can see here. On Twitter reaction tab for this trial, we can see the positive sentiments inclined towards practice changing. We can scroll down and see all the positive reactions from oncologists. Let's go to Twitter reactions for this drug. Yeah, you can see all the Twitter reactions.
A thought actually on when we look at a trial and we see the overall rating for the trial. So in this case, practice changing. And we have obviously both a breakdown in the donut of the different sentiment of all this, the post
Yes.
on X of oncologists. And then
Yes.
under that, we've got a reverse chrono list of all of the posts, right?
Yes, Bruno.
So one idea might be, and I say that in the spirit of building public, one idea will be to pin the most 1, 2, 3 most significant tweets that are supportive of the overall rating that we gave to that trial. So in other words, and I know we do that when we post our rating on social media, but our analysts would look at the mix of all the comments and would say, well, based on all these comments, but also taking into account who says it, how authoritative or the main voice in this opinion. This is the rating that we think should be applied to that trial. We could pin the main posts that are supportive of our position at the top of the feed. That's an idea we could explore.
Sure, Bruno, sure. We already have key reactions at the top, but maybe not pertaining to practice changing, that we can look into.
Oh, yeah. So we're already pinning, but maybe we're not pinning the reaction that are really the ones supportive of the decision we made, the curated analyst decision we made to call this trial practice changing. It's a big deal, and we need to be able to defend our position, in particular by pointing to what some top voices have said about that trial.
Sure. We can look into that, Bruno. Okay, now I will jump to the pipeline. I will show you the pipeline for CAR-T. So we, as we can see here, we have a curated list of 787 CAR-T drugs which are in clinical stage. On this page, we can see the drugs arranged in chronological order of phase or the status, with marketed at the top, filed, phase 3, phase 2, etc. And as we scroll down, we reach to the phase 1 drugs, and below that we can see the discontinued drugs also. We can pick few drugs here and check them in detail. Let's start with Breyanzi. As we click on the drug, we reach to the trial page where we can see the trials arranged arranged with important trials at the top for this drug. So Breyanzi is a CD19 CAR-T drug with important trials like Transcend NHL 001, Transcend CLL 004, Transform trials arranged at the top. which these trials have played important role in the approval of this drug for various indications under hematology. Let's pick Carvykti next. This is a BCMA CAR-T drug, and the important trials are CARTITUDE 4, CARTITUDE 1, CARTITUDE 5. This drug was previously approved based on trial CARTITUDE 1, and recent approval was based on CARTITUDE 4. We can click on any of these trials and see the trial 360 page. We can jump to the timelines page. Here we can see all the approvals for this drug.
So
go back.
thank you for the demo. We'll be out of time actually here, but I appreciate, and I know the audience appreciated it as well. Just to repeat, if you have any questions or would like a further demo, please drop us a line. Thank you very much, Shweta, and thank you for the
Thank you.
very nice presentation. All right.
Thank you.
Au revoir.
Thank you.